The one where it looks like a patrol boat on hydrofoils.
I know. What's all that about? The Navy, what's it called? Navy Pegasus hydrofoil. Yeah. I mean, these have got to just be made up, surely.
I thought they were, but then you look back to the American Civil War when they came up with the likes of the Monitor. Back then, they were looking at some weird designs. Well, we say weird. The Monitor, in effect, was like the upper structure of a World War II submarine.
Right.
And they tried to make it so that it was, again, low profile. You couldn't see it coming. It was an ironclad. The circle had cannons coming out of it. Very, very unusual design.
Yeah,
so
clearly
this isn't
didn't
the
catch
same
on,
one.
did it?
No. Although it's remembered.
Like the Titanic. Remembered for all the wrong things, perhaps.
It's a new design.
Yeah,
I think they got rid of it in 2012.
Gosh.
The Independence class, which has got a huge regular-shaped flight deck, and then half of a superstructure that you'd expect on a modern frigate. But then it goes into this very strange configuration. It narrows to like a speedboat design at the front. And again, long skirts on either side. It's a catamaran. It's on 3 separate things touching the water.
So when I looked at that sort of instantly reminded me of the Y-wing fighter in Star Wars.
Probably where they got the idea
if
from.
you have a look at a Y-wing fighter and were to overlay that on the top of that, if you were looking down, bird's eye view of that Independence, cut out the flight deck and overlay the Y-wing fighter on top of it, I reckon it would look very similar.
The Navy has a bit of a problem, doesn't it? Because you think about the ships of the 17th, 18th, and 19th century. They suddenly changed overnight. Yeah. They almost got rid of the sails because new technology came in and they had to respond. And then we ended up with ships that, when we served, you could never imagine being at sea in the old style Napoleonic era ships. We seem to be going through something similar. There's definitely, forgive the pun, a sea change. Mm-hmm. Why? Well, it's because automation. They're trying to get rid of crews. I mean, half the problems with the current Navy, they can't get enough manpower, woman power. So if you could get a fleet of ships where each ship hardly needs anybody, then obviously they're going to be looking at that. And we talked about that with AI, didn't we? We should have talked about the Navy in that regards. If you can get few crew or small crews, but it's still effective and you can still send out power, think about drones, then they're going to have to do it, aren't they? And then what do you get? What do you end up with?
Yeah, you're right. I think that our strategic focus has changed a lot as well, isn't it? We think back to when we were serving in the 80s, our strategic focus was primarily the Soviet Union, primarily around North Atlantic operations. But today, it's a very different ballgame. They're looking at expeditionary missions, counter-terrorism, carrier strikes, interoperability with NATO. The strategic focus is different. So the ships are designed to meet that new focus, I suppose.